And then I gotta hit the 3 seconds.
Hold out your hand. Check okay?
Hopefully every last one of you enjoyed that clip. That is about tonight's show, which is self-care. Now, I know you guys have noticed that the look of the studio has changed. I've had some work done in the studio. I've had some lighting added. I'm also live on TikTok. So for y'all that are here on TikTok, you guys probably did not get an opportunity to see the video clip. That's okay. I'll upload the studio clip later. It was actually a clip from this movie called Death Becomes Her. It's a fabulous movie, especially if you're a woman. You're going to absolutely love it. Now, normally for Sweet Talk with Auntie Sugar, I'm all glammed up, right? Because usually it's a glamorous topic. You know, we're talking about relationship issues, or we're talking about issues to do with, like, well, basically the show is a kitchen table topic. So if you're over here and if you're live with me tonight at 6 o'clock p.m., and you see me all relaxed, is because tonight is an actual show that's a kitchen table topic. We are talking about finances. We're talking about budgeting. I try to do one of these shows at least once a month. And the reason why I try to do a show about budgeting and finance once a month is because if you are not financially literate in this day and age, you are going to suffer. The last 2.5 years, we have went through a pandemic, and that pandemic also issued in an inflation. Hear me clearly. Inflation is a direct cause. It goes hand in hand. We couldn't get any goods in. We were out of goods. We didn't get any money. There was no work, right? And those that didn't work, you got subsidies, or maybe you got the PPP loan. Our economy was upside down now. The U.S. economy is faring a lot better in inflation than the foreign countries, especially Eastern Europe. And I don't know about you guys, but I did on one of my shows travel. Greece is actually one of the worst countries in this inflation process. Not only that, but their policies around COVID is horrible, horrible. So they are really spiking over there in COVID again. However, let's get off of that topic. It's too deep for that. However, the reason why I do this show, the financial show once a month, is because of the idea that our people, our Black and our brown people, do not get financial literacy. We do not teach financial literacy in our home. We didn't learn it from our parents. They didn't learn it from their parents. The dollar is not worth what it was when it was 50 years ago. 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Now when you go to the grocery store, the prices just inflated. The big businesses are overcharging for everything. And it means cars, housing, gas, food products. And if you're not talking about your budget at least once in your home, especially now that the first is around the corner. Today is September 25th. The first is 5 days away. We need to be talking about our budget. What is our budget for next month? Next month, what does it look like? Are there any holidays? Yes, there's actually 2 holidays next month. The first holiday next month is Veterans Day. If you have a veteran in your home, or if you're a veteran, you're going to be celebrating. Do you really do much for Veterans Day? You might go to a Veterans Day parade if you have the day off. If you know a veteran, you might buy them a card or maybe even possibly give them a gift. If you know any veterans that have passed away, you might actually go to the cemetery. However, it's not really a big holiday where you spend a lot of money, right? The next holiday after that is Halloween. And what do we all do for Halloween? We go to parties, right? We go to adult parties, we go to kids' parties. We literally explode our budget for Halloween. We buy costumes, we buy makeup, right? We buy our costumes from everywhere. Some of them, they're really, we go to Hobby Lobby, we start adding little pieces, little doodads. Sometimes we order the cheap ones off at maybe a website like Amazon, or we might go to a store such as Zoomies or one of the other ones. I forget the name of them right now, not off the top of my head. But you know, like I know, when it comes to Halloween, we are purchasing candy. The candy has been on the shelf since July. I don't know about you, but I know I would go to the Acme, to the Kroger, to the IG. They all had candy on the shelves starting July. Okay, and I'm talking about big packages. The chocolate industry is going to make millions of dollars. This is their season. The candy stores are going to be making millions of dollars. I mean, it's the dentist right after this for the follow-up in January. Make sure y'all got your health care, okay? Make sure you get dental care. Because after Halloween, next is Thanksgiving. So we need to be talking about our budget. Anytime you get down to the months where it's September, right? No, October, November, December, we need to be tightening our budget. If we're not tightening our budget, we need to be mindful. We need to be extremely mindful about our budget and the months. September, October, November, December. We need to be mindful about what's going out, but mostly what's coming in. And so the best way that we can do that about budgeting is keeping it forefront. So I'm trying to keep budgeting at the forefront every single month. I'm going to have one show about budgeting, right? Not to hurt us, but just to keep us mindful. Not to stress you out, but just to keep you mindful. There's enough stuff that you got to worry about. The last thing you need to worry about is, oh my goodness, I don't have enough coming in to go out. We still need to keep the regulars paid. We still need to make sure that the bills are paid, the rent, mortgage, lights are on, heat is on, right? We're getting into the months, right? The September chill, the October chill, the November chill, and then finally the December freeze, right? So we need to be mindful of that. And while we're being mindful of our budget, about what's coming in, we need to be mindful about what's going out. So don't fall into the trap of last minute, I got to go to the store and buy some candy for Halloween. If you do, let's talk about some places where you can get things at a lower price. So because September is self-care, it's the month of self-care. We are recognizing self-care for the month of September. Even though we got all these bills caught up, right? Let's still be mindful about how we can keep these bills paid. Maybe use a coupon or two for our self-care, ladies. We all like a little something special to treat our gentlemen, right? See if you can get yourself a little coupon in the mail, okay? Go to the places that you like to go for self-care. Lingerie, a new bra, it makes you feel good. Maybe a new pair of underwear. These things make you feel good as a woman, right? That's what self-care is all about. Self-care is about doing things that make you feel better. When it gets a little cold outside and you need your favorite hoodie, right? Because it's a little chilly. It's warm, it's soft, right? So we buy our favorite team, right? It's also football season. You guys know I'm an Eagles fan. Bird game. It ain't gonna change. I don't hear nothing. Don't come in here with the Dallas and the Giants. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm wearing my Eagles jersey. But the point of my sweater is it's cozy. It's warm, right? And then it's fun because it has my favorite team on it. So it makes me feel good, right? But how can I get this same sweater on a budget, right? Use the coupon. Go to your local Dick's Sporting Goods. Get your coupon. Use your coupon. Download a digital coupon. You still get the self-care and the self-warmth of a nice, warm hoodie with your favorite team on it, right? Okay, Redskins, I see you. All right. Even though your name is not that anymore, it's the Commanders. Lord have mercy. And to that, Commanders, I will take a drink. Did y'all even win a game this season, Commanders? Did you? Never mind. You know what? It doesn't matter. A bird game. It is what it is. First sip of the night. You see that, Commanders team? You see what you did to me? Already you're driving me to drink. We got to have an argument about football. We're not going to do that on this slide. This slide is about self-care. So we're going to woosah. We're going to woosah, and we're going to talk about budgeting and self-care. Okay? Cool. I still love you too. Now, even though I'm talking about maybe getting a little budget for a nice little hoodie to stay warm in these months, September, October, November, December, we also want to talk about maybe buying a new bra, right? So now those see-through sheer bras or the lace bras, you know, that's really for the summertime because it's a little colder. See if you can get yourself a little coupon in the mail. Go to your favorite store and get a nice sturdy bra with a little bit more padding, right? Or some new underwear with a little bit more grip to it, right? Because we both know that you should change out your delicacies, men and women, okay? Men and women, change out your delicacies every season, like a rotation, okay? You still should be wearing the same drawers from last year, okay? Rotate. You know what? Either way, we're talking about self-care. Let's get off of the tangent of the drawers. Now, budgeting on the self-care. The point of budgeting on the self-care is to learn how to deal with your everyday expenses, your monthly expenses. Your budget should be done once a month. Believe me when I tell you, sit and look at your budget once a month. And if you have to, look at your budget every time you get paid. If you're that diligent about cleaning up your credit, you want to do a weekly, bi-weekly, whenever you get paid, that's when you want to hit these bills. You want to make sure the major things are paid, right? Mortgage, rent, electricity, gas, car note, right? Insurance. If you're really diligent about cleaning up your credit, we want to take a look at that on a bi-weekly or weekly basis. But right now, for self-care, we're going to talk about it once a month. So when you think about self-care, you think about things that you do to feel good, right? Maybe you saw a new lotion, maybe a new hand lotion. I know I saw this on the TikTok shop. Please forgive me for everybody out there in Facebook land and everybody on Instagram and everybody on YouTube. But it's a body glaze, and I wanted it. And this is the strawberry shortcake version. It smells delicious. It smells wonderful, right? I love the smell. But I could not afford the big one. The big one could be anywhere from $25 to $30. So since I couldn't afford the big one, I got the smaller one, the travel size. And I paid maybe $12, $13 for it. So I still was able to get a self-care item. And when I tell you this stuff is good, it is good. It is like Vaseline, okay? But it just smells so much better. And it's softer and it goes right in, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. And I just added a little glitter to it because who would I be if I didn't add a little shine? I'm extra, so of course I want my body glaze to be extra. But I added a little fine glitter to it. This body glaze smells so good on you, and it feels so good on your skin, right? And I just needed that. I needed that little boost, that little pick-me-up. Like I said, we're going into the September, October, November. It's getting a little chilly. So not only did I get myself a nice new hoodie that's warm and cozy, and I got it on a budget using a coupon, but I also got myself a body glaze, right? And I got it in a travel size. We need to talk about that, right? We need to talk about where can you go to get a travel size. Okay, you ran out of toothpaste, right? And you're getting down to the end of the month, and you're not going to get paid until the beginning of the next month. It's the 25th. So we can also get travel sizes of toothpaste, right? Of hygiene items. Travel size of floss, okay? Just to hold us over. This will hold you over for a week or two. This little mini floss, this little mini toothpaste, this will hold you over for a week until you get paid, until you can buy a larger size. So when you think about self-care and saving $1, right? If you need to save some money and self-care, get the travel size version. Get the smaller version. Nobody will know. Nobody knows that you brushed your teeth with the travel size version. Nobody knows that you floss your teeth with the travel size version. Nobody knows that you paid a little less for your body glaze. Nobody will know. So let's save $1. Let's think about where we can go with this. So what about stores? Where can we go to save, right? Where can we go? The idea of budgeting is about, believe it or not, financial literacy. So you should constantly be practicing financial literacy, no matter what. We all get the same economic opportunity. Now, is it fair? No. There's no equity in it. It is not all of us make the same amount of money, right? We all know that Black women make less than white men, less than white women. No offense to my multicultural people out there, but we do. And so we have to learn how to teach ourselves to stretch our dollar. It is what it is. We want our dollars to circulate in our community, but at the same time, we want to have fun and we want to enjoy ourselves and we want to practice a little self-care. So when you go to stores like Ross, right? If you need those oil control pads to clean your face, look at this, 4-pack. 4-pack, right? Go to Marshall's. They still do the same thing. Blemish control, oil pore, care control, tea tree, witch hazel. You can still get all those great ingredients, right? But you're getting them at a cheaper price. And you're getting them in bulk in some cases. So don't short yourself, right? Think. Be mindful. This is about being mindful over your budget and what you have coming in and what you have going out, right? I got this. It's a 5-pack of face masks for facial. You do your own facial, right? You can pick however you want. This one is retinol. I was told not to use retinol, so I haven't used it. And I was told that by my esthetician. However, it'll make a great gift. So if you buy something and you get it at a great price, because I got these, a 5-pack from Marshall's for $3.99. $3.99. It'll make a great gift, right? A great gift. So, I'm not using retinol. Maybe one of my girlfriends is. Maybe I'm going to add this to her gift. Just a little, I hope you get well gift. Just because you get it and you get it on sale, you might not be able to use it. Keep it and give it away as a beautiful, wonderful gift. Be thoughtful with it. Be mindful with it, right? Or you can take it back. If you want your $3.99, take it back. Okay, take it back and get your $3.99. However, in all fairness, when we think about self-care, we do want to think about saving money through either a coupon that you get in the mail or an online coupon, or if you're a member of someone's, like say if you're a member of Acme and you can do the Acme online, you can click and save, or maybe you go to ShopRite, you can click and save. You go to Giant, you want to use your little keypad card. Listen, ladies, there's no shame in using a coupon. Not all of us qualify for government assistance. I personally do not qualify for any government assistance. However, I have to save money where I can because all of mine are greenbacks, and I applaud those who are able to save and budget in any way possible. When you think about self-care, I personally like going to get my eyebrows waxed, but it's a little expensive. So the same way that things have kind of went up on groceries, the same way things have kind of went up, at the gas station, the insurances went up on your car or maybe your home. Going to get self-care at an outside establishment is more expensive as well. They have raised their prices. Pedicures are a minimum of $50, right? And then they nickel and dime you when you need, gel on your toenails because it dries faster. So they're going to keep adding $5. Oh, and would you like a design? Oh, we'll give you a design, but they're going to nickel and dime you. They're going to add more to it. So I encourage you, go to your local Dollar Tree. Get your own products, right? Tweeze your own eyebrows. Now, as long as you don't tweeze them too much, you know what I mean? And then you need a hair transplant on your eyebrows, you should be good until you can, Listen, we lived through the pandemic. We can do this, ladies and gentlemen. We can do this, okay? There's ways to go to different stores like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Ross, I wrote that one down, as well as Burlington. We can get these products. We can get a little packet for your nails, clip your nails, get one to do your eyebrows, pluck your eyebrows. Get yourself a nice facial, right? Not facial in the way you're thinking. I know some of y'all nasty out there. I know y'all thinking nasty thoughts. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dealing with self-care issues. If you have acne, I found these cool acne dots. They fell on the floor, so I'm going to pick them up. Pardon me for everybody that can see me out there on YouTube and on Facebook. However, for everybody that's on TikTok, I'll be back at it. Here we go. So, I personally suffer from adult acne every once in a while. So since I suffer from adult acne, I got these in bulk from Target. I got them for a great price. Target sometimes puts those little yellow dots on things, or the little yellow stickers. Go to your Target. See if you can get a smaller version of this. They sell them in really small versions too. This was just, it was on a good sale because I got it from the sale rack. There's nothing wrong with going to the clearance rack. If you go to Walmart, go to the clearance rack. See what's on there. The same socks that you're going to buy in Walmart are the same socks that you're going to buy in Target. You just went to a different store. The same socks that you're going to buy in a Walmart or a Target, you can buy in maybe a Foot Locker or a DTLR. They're the same socks from the same place. Hell, half of the stuff we buy comes from China anyway. Like, do we really need to go through that? No, we don't. Self-care is all about atmosphere. So I did bring a candle because this is a part of self-care. Sometimes you just want to light a little candle, create an aroma, like a relaxing smell. I don't know if you like clean and fresh. I don't know if you like floral. This one here happens to be like an apple cinnamon, kind of turn it over into the fall smells. But you can get candles at the Dollar Tree as well. And you can get candles at Burlington Coat Factory if you want to get a really nice big Yankee candle, or maybe, one of those. Some places even sell aftermarket places, items from Bath and Body Works, where they're no longer holding it. Try TJ Maxx, try Marshall's, try Burlington Coat Factory. Don't hesitate. If you can't find it on the clearance aisle, go to one of the other stores. There's nothing wrong with getting an item that is a great item. You enjoy it, right? It's going to create that atmosphere for you. It's going to give you the desired smell and aroma that brings you back to being relaxed and calm, right? Or maybe it gets you ready for the fall season, maybe apple picking or pumpkin patch, or maybe you want to take a hayride, or you're just a fall person in general, so you like the way that smell of cinnamon and apple is, right? It'll inspire you to maybe want to cook. So don't hesitate to get your candles at another vendor, right? At the grocery store, these candles might be $6, $7. You go someplace else, it might be $1.29, or maybe a little bit less, $3. You go to the Dollar Tree, they're going to be $1.29, right? Don't hesitate. There's nothing to be ashamed of. We're all suffering in the same inflation. No matter what your budget is, we are all suffering in the same inflation. But even though we're all suffering in the same inflation, we still need to be mindful and be able to live the life we want to live, right? We work hard. If you work hard, why not play hard? And part of playing hard is not just about feeding what your hobby is. So you like to paint. You want to do artwork. Go to Hobby Lobby, right? See what you can get on sale. Maybe you're crafty, right? You can't afford it. Go to Walmart. There's craft items at the Dollar Tree. $1.90, $1.29. Think outside of what you would normally go, high end. Maybe you want to go, and I love this, and I'm not ashamed to tell everyone, but I enjoy a great flea market. I enjoy a great yard sale. I'm telling you, the things that you find at a yard sale, if you can hear me out there, do not hesitate to pull over at a yard sale. Not everything that you get are going to be broken and dilapidated. Some of the things are just absolutely gorgeous. If you find an estate sale, even better. I got a big old crab boiling pot. And I'm not even a blue crab. You know, women love crab legs. You know, ladies love the crab legs. Just the summertime, they buy a big old barrel of crabs. I have a big old crab pot. I actually make my collard greens in it. Don't tell nobody. But I like collard greens, so I used to make my collard greens. Right? I love collard greens. You know, and I'll make a big old thing of collard greens, and I'll just tear them up. So, but still, I got this big old pot at an estate sale, and it cost me $5. Now, if I were to show you this pot, go get it and bring it over here, you would think to yourself, you got that for $5? Yes. But if I was to go somewhere else, it is not going to cost $5. It is going to cost a lot more. So don't hesitate to pull over and let your money do the talking for you, because sometimes you'll go to the estate sale, especially when it's at the end, and they just want to get rid of it. They just want to sell it. They just want to get it out the house. They want to sell the house, but all this stuff needs to go. Take your greenbacks. Hey, I know everybody's thinking everything's going to digital. I'm going to tell you something, young people. You think it's going digital. Check with your great aunt, your great grandma. Check with anybody that's lived through the Depression. I'm talking about somebody that's 80. They'll tell you right now, these greenbacks is still going to be in. These greenbacks is still going to be worth something. It doesn't matter how much digital money you got. You could have crypto coin, you could have Bitcoin, you could have Apple Pay, you could have PayPal, you could have Zelle, you could have whatever. These greenbacks are still going to spend. Do you hear me? It's better a bird in the hand than two in the bush. And if you don't know what that means, let me reiterate it. It's better the bird that you got in your hand than the two in the bush that you ain't reached yet. You understand what I'm saying? Go out there with your keep a little bit. You ain't gotta keep a lot. $5 go a long way. Go to that estate sale. Go to that yard sale. See what you can get. You never know. You know what else I like? Believe it or not, I like the flea market. If you're on the East Coast, we call it the flea market, right? If you're on the West Coast, they call it the swap meet. Either way, take me. I'm ready to go. The farmer's market, perfect. Say if you're going juicing and you want to juice, you want to start a new part of self-care is not only about what you do to the outside, right? It's also about what you do to the inside. So say if you want to start juicing or you want to start eating healthy, more fresh vegetables, find yourself an Amish market. Find yourself a fresh produce market where you don't have to pay $2 for one avocado. You can get a bag of avocados, right? Maybe 5, maybe 7 avocados for $2 or $3. Maybe find yourself an outdoor market. You're driving by farmland and they got a little extra corn that they couldn't sell. Or maybe they got some pumpkins from a pumpkin patch that they didn't give to maybe Walmart, right? Find them. Now, I'm from Pennsylvania. We got plenty of farms here in Pennsylvania. We got the Amish. We got plenty of that going on. So since we have that going on, I keep greenbacks. Just a little, not a lot. You know, if you rob me, you're going to be disappointed. I'm just letting you know. If you try to stick me up, it ain't going to happen. You're going to be sorely disappointed because you ain't going to get nothing. Okay, that one little dollar, that you might get that. But if I ride by and I see maybe one of the farmers has got some fresh eggs out, it's nothing like a fresh egg from a farm. And they will sell it to you. It's now the fall. You want to go to the store? Would you like to go to the grocery store and purchase a pumpkin? Or would you rather get a pumpkin from a farmer that's got a little extra out that they didn't sell to one of these big box stores like Walmart or ShopRite or Kroger or Acme, right? Or Giant or Albertsons. You want to go to that farmer. That farmer is where you're going to get that pumpkin at a good price because they just want to get rid of it. They've already had a deal. They've already had people come in and purchase their items. This is the leftover. They're just making a little extra money. A lot of people like to put out mums. Mums are a nice little plant. They bring a little decoration, a little ambiance to your home in the wintertime. Get yourself some mums, right? You drive by the little farm and they got little mums out there and they selling them $1, $2 a pot. Do things to treat yourself. That's the idea of self-care. The little things that put a smile on your face. The little things that help you relax. The little things that make you go, that smell, it brings me back. It smells like apple pie. It's a breath of fresh air. Another thing, ladies, this is very important, and I mean ladies and gentlemen alike, okay? This time of year, we wear a lot more sneakers and boots, right? We're putting on a lot more sneakers and boots. And if you can't get out there and you can't get a pedicure, clip your own toenails at home and get yourself a foot mask. Now, I got this Aveeno foot mask, okay? It's got oat and shea butter in it, and you just keep it on for 10 minutes, right? Try to treat yourself. The same way you would go get a pedicure once a month, treat yourself and go get yourself a foot mask once a month, right? This is a lot cheaper than going, like I said, if they're going to charge more at the grocery store, they're going to charge more if you go to the salon. And if you're being mindful about your budget once a month, be conscious about what you spend. So you probably can't get in to get a pedicure. Maybe you're working a little bit too hard. Maybe you can't get in to get a pedicure because maybe you just don't have it, right? It's not in the budget. Invest in a foot mask. You can get these foot masks from Target. You can get a foot mask from Walmart. You can get a foot mask from the Dollar Tree. You can get a foot mask from Marshalls or TJ Maxx. You can get a foot mask from Ross, from Burlington. Treat yourself, right? You can't get in this month to get your foot mask. To get your feet done. No pedicure this month. You don't have it in the budget. This is your pedicure right here. Right here. $5. This is your pedicure. So instead of 50, spend $5. Get yourself a foot mask. 10 minutes until you can afford it. Until you can put it back in your budget. Okay? Do that for yourself. Treat yourself. Remember, it's all about treating yourself well, feeling good at the end of the day. So what are we learning? We're learning financial literacy. We're learning about our own expansion of our own economic opportunity. Because as we learn to budget and save money, and that money goes into a savings, it will continue to grow. And that will expand our economic opportunity. And that's what we are trying to do. We are trying to expand our economic opportunity. Not necessarily so we can buy more stuff. That's not the idea. But so we can actually create financial literacy and economic opportunity to grow our wealth. Because we all know that the Black and brown people, are making a lot less than our counterparts. So in order to compete, in order to deal with our systemic issues that we have, crime and poverty and living, okay, we need to have financial literacy. That is the only way. That is the only way we're going to be able to deal with our systemic issues. We're going to deal with our diabetes and our heart conditions. We're going to deal with maybe cancers. We're going to deal with living in impoverished neighborhoods. We're going to deal with maybe, being able to access things that are not necessarily to us, a better school environment for our children. The only way we're going to get out of it is by practicing financial literacy. And so that's what the idea of keeping a budget is about. Keeping a budget, whether you do it once a month or twice a month, but it needs to be on a monthly basis. You need to sit down and think about what you have coming in and what you got going out. Because these don't stop. See? So let your teenagers know, oh, you want to be grown. This is what being grown is. This is what being grown looks like, right here. They think being grown is all fun and games. They don't realize being grown is this: gas, electric, mortgage, rent, insurance, car, right? These don't stop. Oh, you live in a nice warm house, it's chilly outside, guess what? Oh, the mortgage is paid, they're not coming to put a lock on the door and send in the sheriff. Oh, you like getting around in that little boo-scoo boogie car of yours and having gas in it. These don't stop. These don't stop. So because these don't stop, we need to be able to maintain these, but at the same time, because we're stressing from working as hard as we work, we still want to get our little luxury items. Just a little, just a peek, just a pinch, right? I couldn't afford the big thing, right? I couldn't afford the big one, but I could get the small one, and I still got it, and it smells so good, and it's so soft and relaxing and beautiful, and it makes my skin feel beautiful, and I know you guys can see the shine, right? So you can still maintain these, your big budget items, right? The electric, the gas, the car, the insurance. You can still maintain the big ticket items and still go and get your pedicure, but instead of $50, you spent $5 and you did it yourself in 10 minutes, right? You can still take care of the big ticket items, but you want to treat yourself and you want to feel a little sexy. Or maybe a man deserves a treat. If you got a man or a lady, no judgment, no judgment. Save your coupon. Get yourself a little something sexy, right? It comes in the mail. Or maybe you can save it on your phone. Do a little click and save, right? So when you go, you have it. Or maybe you need a facial because you're dealing with some acne, right? So you go and you get your little travel size of acne dots and you just sit there, let them sit on your face and dissolve your acne. And then you put your little face mask on after that and give your face a little lift, a little shine, right? We all can save. And it's just about where are we spending our dollars? Where are we being more mindful of where we're spending our dollars? Once again, even if it's at the end of the month, and we all know some months you got a lot more month than you do money. You know what I'm saying? And for those in the back that didn't get that, you got a lot more month than you do money. Okay? And when I say that, I mean October, 31 days, right? Long ass month. You ran out of toothpaste. Get the travel size. Get travel size in Rite Aid. Travel size in CVS. If you're in New York, they got, travel size. Travel size. It's just to hold you over for a week. That's it. It's just to hold you over for a week. No shame in it. Travel size floss. It'll hold you over. This will hold you up for a week. Right? My little travel size of body glaze. This will hold me over. Right? Don't ever think that you cannot enjoy the luxuries of life because your economic situation is not as hopeful or as fruitful as some others. The same way they can go get a pedicure, you can get a pedicure, right? The same way they can go get a facial, you can get a facial. You just might have to put the effort and the work in to go to the store to get the sale. You might have to click and save the coupon. You might have to take a coupon that you got from home and carry it in your purse or your pocket. But ladies and gentlemen, you can get the same items. If you like a nice candle and you like a nice smell, I urge you, go to the Dollar Tree. Go to the Dollar General. Get yourself the candle. Enjoy the smell. Let it set a mood. Put on some good music, right? You can still have it. You really can. It is attainable. It is reachable. You just need to be mindful about where you're spending your money. So when I say budget and I say we're going to talk about this once a month, I've already mentioned some items that you can get, like meditation items for your mental health. When it comes to budgeting, one of the number one rules that I have is journaling. And why do I have journaling? You know, I'm old school, right? I still use pen and paper. I still write it down. You know, not everything is a reminder on my phone. I still write it down. Sometimes I still write myself notes. Oh, don't forget to get trash bags, right? Sometimes writing out exactly how much you get in. I mean, exactly how you get paid once a month or twice a month, right? Whether you're on an income, a low income, or high income, whatever your income is, if you write it down, you can see exactly where things are going and keep those receipts. You know how to say, oh, do you want a receipt? Get the receipt. I urge you, get the receipt, keep the receipt, and write it down. This is how much I got. Oh, I spent that much at the dollar store. Oh, this is how much I got. Oh, I spent that much at Walmart. Oh, how much the groceries cost? Right? Because when you can see it, when you can physically see, oh, I make, okay, let's say Social Security, right? Let's just say I'm on a fixed income. I make $700 a month, right? Bam, $700. Now I know in this $700, right? Because I'm on a fixed income, I might live in housing. So my housing might be $83. Now you start writing it down. Now you start really seeing exactly where that money is going. So housing, right? Then you might get a deal on your cable. Maybe you got an Apple, one of those Amazon sticks. So that you give somebody a couple dollars to, you know, let you get that Amazon. Oh, now you got to take that off. But when you can write it down and you can see it, you can actually see it. By the time you get to the end of the month and you look and you're like, where did my $700 go? Where did my $700 go? And then let's not to mention if it's somebody's birthday, right? That's got to get written down too. How much did you spend on that gift? Did you buy a card? That matters. Or maybe you didn't buy a gift. Maybe you did get a card. Maybe you put a little money in their hand, right? Maybe all you had was $20, so you give them $20. So now later on, you're not looking for, I knew I had $20, but what happened with that money? Be mindful if you're spending. So we're going to talk about budgeting items, and then also, last but not least, if you need help about budgeting, about credit repair, about being mindful about your spending, and you're sincerely thinking about getting your credit together, right? And learning how to manage your money. Because we need to practice financial literacy in our community. We need to, we have to. If there's anything that this pandemic has showed us, if there's anything that this current economy with this inflation has showed us, is that we need to practice every option that we get to forward our community to financial literacy to combat these systemic issues. It's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have to come out of this, and we have to be here, and we have to come out on top. They have already estimated by the year 2030, our black dollars will be worth zero. I don't believe it, and I refuse to stand for it. I'm going to be mindful about my spending, and I'm going to give back to each and every black-owned business that I can. Now, do I like items from a TikTok shop? Of course. Do I like purchasing items online? Of course. But can I still find black vendors online? Black and brown vendors on? Yes. Yes. So support your local community. Support your local farmers. Support your local small business owners. But at the same time, be mindful about what's coming in, right? And what's going out. That's all this is about. So, get yourself a budgeting book. Get yourself a budgeting book, and if that doesn't spark your memory, you can't remember where you put the book down, you just put it down. Just, oh, anybody see my book? Anybody see my book? I don't know what it is. Oh, God, I need my book. I need my book. I got to write this down. I got to write this down. Let me tell you how I bought my house. You won't believe it. And I'm going to show you how I bought it. Stay right here. I'm going to play this clip one more time.
Hold out your hand. Check okay?
It's up there. Well, there was a little technical difficulties, but we're back. So, for anybody out there in YouTube, I do apologize for the technical difficulties. Please forgive me. I'm back. If you're out there on Facebook, please forgive me for the technical difficulties. I am back. Okay. I'm just all right. TikTok, I'll be right with you. Don't go nowhere. I'm still here. All right. Vision boards. I know it's old school, right? But vision boards work. You place yourself in the center of your vision board. You place yourself in the center of your vision board. And you place all those ideas and dreams you have about what you want and what you want to do. Maybe you got a small business and you want to see where your small business is going to go, right? Maybe you like to focus on a hobby. Maybe you like to cook and bake a little bit more, right? This is about budgeting. So since this is about budgeting, get yourself a vision board. Write it down. Put it in front of your face. Put it in front of your face so you can look at it every single day before you go to bed. So you can look at it every single day when you get up. So you can be mindful, right? You can be mindful about what you're spending, where you're spending it at. When you are serious about fixing your credit, when you are serious about taking care of yourself, you will be mindful. You will focus. I need you to be lightning focused on your budget. But at the same time, I need you to be lightning focused on taking care of your heart and your mind, your body and your spirit. I have some great news for everyone as I wind down this show. In order to learn how to budget, if you don't have a budgeting book, if you don't have a vision board, I urge you guys to go to a thrift store. I urge you guys to see if you can get some old budgeting books where you can keep the money in it, like the $5 or $10. I know they sell them on the TikTok shop where they force you to get these little envelopes so you can put money in there and stack them up. But there's a guy out there. He's from, I think, Oakland, California. Don't quote me. For all the fact checkers out there, he might be from Oakland. I don't know. I just know he's from California. His name is John Hope Bryant. Once again, John Hope Bryant. Mr. Bryant is the CEO of the Operation Hope Foundation. Mr. Bryant is an entrepreneur. He's a leader and he's a philanthropist. Mr. Bryant has worked with at least 3 presidents, at least 3, on bringing financial literacy to the Black and brown communities, but not just the Black and brown, to all underserved communities. So if you're rural and you're in a rural community, he wants you to have financial literacy as well. I do believe that his dream is along the lines of allowing people to rise up out of their certain circumstance. And how do we do that? We do that by arming ourselves with a way of learning how to work with this current economy, of rising up out of the debt that we're in. Personally, I used his program to clear my credit up. And the thing about it is, when you go to operationhope.org, it's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. It will not cost you one dime. They will work with you. They will give you a local person in your area, right, to work with you, to do a soft pull on your credit. A very soft, not hard. Not like when you're buying a car, not like when you're getting a credit card from the store. They're doing a very soft pull. And they're going to look at what you owe. And they're going to tell you and teach you ways of how to pay off those things in order to get your score to increase 20 points, 30 points, 100 points. They're going to help you get to that goal. So, as my last bit of information, I would like to offer each and every person here the opportunity to go to Mr. Bryant's website and get his book. I don't care if you get it on Amazon and I don't care if you buy it at the bookstore. I just want to give you the information to find this gentleman, Mr. John Hope Bryant. His website is operationhope.org. operationhope.org. Mr. Bryant will clean up your credit, him and his team. And this is a national agency. And if you go there and you see the people that he's partnered with, he's already partnered with Kamala Harris a long time ago. He's partnered with Bill Clinton. He partnered with George W. Bush. This man goes across racial lines. This man goes across economic lines. This man goes across because his passion is to teach financial literacy to all. But he has a specific passion for those that are in underserved communities. And what do I mean about that? I mean Black and brown people in rural neighborhoods. That's his passion. So if you're having credit issues, if you're having budgeting issues, if you need help and you need it done for free, John Hope Bryant. Remember that name at operationhope.org. Get your credit cleaned up. Get your credit cleaned up a little bit at a time. And you will begin to feel the release of some stress, right? Especially when we get into this holiday season. The last thing we need is to be stressing over gifts for family or vacations or birthdays or holidays, right? You want to be able to go into this next couple of months with a clear heart and a clear mind. Okay? So listen, that is my show for this evening. Everybody out there on the YouTube land, Facebook, and Instagram, the show is going to be ending for you. However, TikTok, I'm coming at you. See, give me 1 second, guys. Listen, I'm Auntie Sugar. This is Sweet Talk with Auntie Sugar. To everybody out there on YouTube, to everybody out there on Facebook, to everybody out there on Instagram, I want to say thank you. And you guys stay sweet.